Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online doubles ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Still sticking with that new team that we featured around a week ago or so. I think, like I mentioned, I'm going to be using this team up until probably next Tuesday when I'm done with exams, and then edit it a little bit. And then I want to try out a bunch of different rental teams players have made that have topped the ladder just to feature them, because there's been some really cool stuff. We only have 2 weeks or so left of playing on Battle Stadium until we switch over to the 2020 rule set, so that'll be pretty exciting. But yeah, just trying to climb back up. We are actually in the 200s now, so not bad after tilting all the way down a few weeks, or yeah, like a few days ago. But we're gonna get this episode started, and we're up against a pretty interesting team. It's all like mid-tier Pokemon, or sorry, mid-tier speed Pokemon, but then like Whimsicott obviously has Tailwind control. There's the potential, or actually, I always forget which NDD has Follow Me and which one is Trick Room, because you can't have both. I think female has Follow Me. So definitely a good lead for Mimikyu. There's a lot of physical type attackers on my opponent's team, so we kind of want to just burn them if possible. And if we can knock out Whimsicott, this is definitely a game for Gastrodon kind of just to sweep through, as usual. So I kind of don't mind Mimikyu Duraludon here. Duraludon can ignore any potential Follow Me's from NDD, but also just get some really big damage off for Draco Meteor across the board. I think I want Gastrodon here. Weezing's not really that great. It's between Rotom and Arcanine. Both are definitely solid here. Kind of like Arcanine for Intimidate a little bit more, because I think this is a game where I just protect Gastrodon, and if I do so, I should just win. So by having Intimidate support from Arcanine, I can switch in, which will be good. So yeah, excited to play some more games with this team. We'll see just how high we can climb up with it. Question of the day, I want to know what guide you want to see from me after starting next Tuesday. Like I mentioned, yeah, still got exams, but up until after exams are over, then finally we'll be able to spend all of winter break just making more stuff that's outside of our daily battle series. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. It's gonna be Duraludon and NDD against Mimikyu. Sorry, Mimikyu and Duraludon against NDD and Dracovish. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Kind of want to just Dynamax Duraludon and double up with a Max Wormwind, and I can even switch into Gastrodon here, but I could totally see it just crunching instead. Maybe I shouldn't Dynamax Duraludon, because Dynamax Gastrodon is really good in this game. Now, I guess I don't really need the special defense boost though, do I? Huh. I kind of just want to double up into that slot with the Play Rough and a Draco Meteor. Yeah, if you don't follow me, then... Actually, I don't know if Play Rough knocks out. Okay, it's just going to swap out, but that's fine. Maybe into Whimsicott? Grimmsnarl. Okay, that's even better. Well, Play Rough is just going to go into it and get the knockout. Okay, nice. And we're just going to get a Draco Meteor off here, too. This is, like, so ideal. Okay, it's just Psychic-ing. Breaking Disguise, I guess. So now if it's like Scarf Dracovish, which it totally could be, that could be annoying, but if this isn't Sash NDD, we might just knock out with Draco here, which would be amazing. Let's see. It's not Sashed! Okay, well that was a super ideal turn 1. Because now, like, most Dracovishes are either Scarfed or Banded, and so you have to lock yourself into attack, and you know I have Gastrodon on the back, so you pretty much have to lock yourself into Crunch if you're running it, and I can just bring in Arcanine once or even twice and Psycho and Intimidates. So, we're in a really good spot. Especially because my opponent didn't bring Whimsicott, like, Gastrodon should just win at this point. So, it feels like a game that's over after turn 1, but let's not get ahead of ourselves quite yet. I'm gonna actually double switch here, I think. What am I worried about? Scarf Dracovish? Crunching Mimikyu? We just need to get Gastrodon in safely. Getting an Intimidate off would be nice too. And then if I just swap out Duraludon out and back in, although Specs Draco might still just knock out the Dracovish, honestly. You know what? Instead, why don't we just Will-O-Wisp and just Draco here? Because my opponent's probably going to Dynamax this turn. Or actually, the risk here is if you Vicious Rend the the Mimikyu, I suppose, and then just Max Quake me. So we'll see who's Dynamaxing here. Yeah, it is going to be the horse Dynamaxing, but once again, I think Gastrodon should just win 2v1 against these Pokemon, especially after I get an Intimidate on both. But I'm not sure if this last turn I played out. I don't know if that was the best option on my end. And it is Scarf. Okay. So that's actually really good because now this game is effectively a 2v1 because it's locked into... we actually missed the Draco, which is unfortunate, but okay. It's going to go for Max Knuckle. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because now what I can do is just bring out Gastrodon, and the Dracovish can't touch me. Yeah. That's kind of annoying that my opponent went for Vicious Rend, mainly because I could have just switched out into Gastro. Like, if I just double switched last turn, which I wanted to, things would have worked out better, but that's alright. Alright, let's just Dynamax here, and double up to knock out the Dracovish. Yeah. I mean, I guess we don't really need to target the Dracovish, do we? But I'd still prefer to get it out the field so then I can force a 2v1 against the horse. Yeah, and then we can just intimidate it and burn it with Arcanine in the back. But last turn could have been better played. I mean, if I hit the Draco, then I guess that works out. I'm not sure Draco gets the KO, though, so we'll see after this turn. Either way, actually, yeah, I guess maybe attacking around it is better, because the Vicious Rends will actually just give me Storm Drain boosts. And it's not like the... the horse probably doesn't have like weakness policy, so yeah, I could have just targeted the horse here, but I was like so far ahead after turn 1. I think there were a lot of different ways to have played this out, honestly. Draco disconnect this time, so let's see if -2 Specs Draco from Modest Duraludon knocks out Dracovish. It does. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we'll probably see another Max Knuckle come out from the horse, but now I can just bring an Arcanine and then just Will-O-Wisp and Max Geyser. Wow, that actually does a lot of damage. I guess it's not Assault Vest then? Normally they are AB. So hopefully my opponent actually knocks out the Duraludon here, otherwise that'll be kind of annoying. Okay, going for a Max Quake here. Into Gastro, so that's a good play. But what I can do this next turn is just hard switch into Arcanine to get the Intimidate. Was that lefties? Oh, okay. I'll totally take lefties over weakness policy, honestly. Yeah, we can just get an Intimidate off. Although now I actually... do I even lose to a crit? Because then I'll just be able to bring in Specs Duraludon back out. Probably not, but... Yeah, I think the turn where, like, it was 2-4, 4-2. I mean, I guess if I hit the Draco Meteor, then that actually ends up working out, so... yeah, I guess I don't feel too bad about that, but I feel like this endgame could have been... Like, the game was 100% over after turn 1, and now, if my opponent crits me, there is a possibility they win, which is annoying. Solid damage from Max Geyser. That'll set up the rain now as well, and then we can just Will-O-Wisp and Max Geyser next turn, and it doesn't have a way of recovery, so... As long as we avoid a crit here, we should be good, but it is getting all these boosts, which is kind of annoying. Just Max Quaking. Yep, probably in a Gastrodon. Yep. No crit. Okay, good. Does have a ton of boosts now, and it's still healing back from leftovers. I mean, it does have some recovery from leftovers. I shouldn't say no recovery, but that's fine. It might actually be beneficial this turn to protect. Because I could miss Will-O-Wisp here. And if I miss, then he just Earthquakes me, then I'm actually in trouble. Because I'm not sure a Max Geyser plus a close combat knocks out the horse. So what I can do here instead is just Max Guard, Will-O-Wisp. And then click Recover next turn. Okay, my opponent just forfeits, yeah. So, not the cleanest play on my end after turn 1, I guess. But I don't think... Yeah, I mean, the Max Knuckle on the horse made things a little bit more interesting just because it gives it attack increases, which actually increases his damage output, and if I miss a Will-O-Wisp, things can be kind of annoying there, but yeah, I mean, turn 1 was just super ideal. Like, that lead had nothing for Duraludon plus Mimikyu, so we definitely take those. Otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with the Pokemon choices that I brought in that game, I think. I'm not sure I would have played it any differently. Turn 1, like, the double up there is potentially risky in the sense that, I mean, yeah, I mean, if it stays in and you follow me, you get nothing off that turn. So you're pretty much forced to switch out. The lead matchup was just really good for us there, which is why I really like Mimikyu and Duraludon sometimes as a lead. Did we play this guy? I mean, we've definitely played Haxorus twice. I don't remember if this is the same guy that we ran into with Haxorus the other day, which was literally like, what, 2 days ago? I'm actually really curious. I want to double check that real quick, but I also don't want to run out of time. Because that looks really familiar, because that team had Lapras as well. So I'm just wondering if it's the same guy. If it is, this will be fun. I mean, even if not, it will be fun regardless. Let's see, we still got 50 seconds. I'm just quickly trying to scroll through. I think it is the same dude. Let me see. Yeah, it is the same guy. What did I go with that time? Rotom, Mimikyu. Gastrodon. I don't remember the game enough to know what changes I would have made. But last time around, I went Rotom, Mimikyu, Duraludon, and Gastrodon. Do I see much reason to deviate from that? Honestly, no. Arcanines would only be good for intimidating the Haxorus once. But I think these are by far the most consistent options. So I'm just going to go with the same 4 as last time. Yeah, so we get a rematch. Last time he led Haxorus Chandelure. I actually have the battle pulled up next to me because I don't remember. So I'm watching it right now. But yeah, last time we had a pretty optimal lead matchup because Rotom Mimikyu. I think Rotom Mimikyu just counters a lot of what he has, but he does. Having played before, I'm sure he'll know my stats a little bit better this time. So this should be a fun one. Yeah, this was episode 21, the second game. I'll link that in the description below if you haven't watched that episode yet. Haxorus is actually pretty annoying for this team to deal with, but without the proper support, yeah, he's actually gonna go something completely different and pivoting into Grimmsnarl and Mudsdale this time. Okay, that's all right. Because we're still in a pretty good spot here. I mean, you probably Reflect turn 1 and maybe Dynamax Mudsdale. But we just want to burn the Mudsdale, basically. A quick burn will really help us out. Yeah, I'm honestly just thinking Will-O-Wisp Mudsdale and play rough. Although, Hydro Pump honestly could be fun. But a burnt Mudsdale really shouldn't do too much against me. So, yeah, let's just go for Will-O-Wisp. And play rough. Grimmsnarl. I want to conserve the Dynamax for Gastrodon in the back, I think, in this game, once again. Lapras is going to be the annoying thing to deal with, so we want to knock out Lapras, and if Lapras gets KO'd, then Gastrodon should just win this. But I like this lead for my opponent. We probably set up a screen, and then just Dynamax Mudsdale, and start getting some boosts off. But no, it actually just hard switches. Maybe into Chandelure? No, into Lapras. Okay, I don't mind that. As it's a light screen going up, okay. Well, that Lapras will take a lot of damage from Mimikyu's play roughs. Will-O-Wisp connects too, which is nice, which means we get residual damage every turn. So yeah, the goal I said of the game is to knock out Lapras so that Gastrodon can win this game. Play rough connects as well, nice. And that just gets the KO because my opponent set up light screen, perfect. Nice. Okay, so that was not a bad turn 1. Obviously, light screen is up for my opponent now, so I do have to watch out for that. And Lapras does have freeze dry, but I think I'm actually less like I'd rather not have seen Reflect go up because now Mimikyu's just going to do a lot of damage to this Lapras. Lapras might Dynamax instead, but that's fine. Unless, like, no matter who my opponent has in the back, Chandelure, or sorry, Rotom actually has a pretty optimal matchup. Like, I can burn Mudsdale, I can burn Haxorus, and if it's Chandelure, I can just Dynamax and go for Water type attack from Rex Geyser. So, not bad. I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp Mudsdale here, honestly, and I think just play rough the Lapras. Maybe Shadow Claw is a little bit more consistent. Last time we played this Lapras, it didn't have Leftovers or Recovery, which was interesting. So, don't know what item it has, and I still don't know. But play rough might just be a 2KO on Lapras with the burn damage added up. And if we connect with Will-O-Wisp on Mudsdale, then even a double up onto Mimikyu won't knock us out. So let's see who's Dynamaxing here. I would think it would be Mudsdale, so that you can go for, no, like, just Max Quakes, and it is Mudsdale, yeah. But, you know, like, I'm not that worried about Mudsdale when I've got Gastrodon, because if I get a burn and I have so many Will-O-Wisp users, then it just does so little damage, as we saw in the last game. Okay, so Will-O-Wisp. Ah, does miss. Okay. I think if we connected that, the game was probably just over, honestly. Play rough isn't actually doing that much either. So if Mimikyu gets doubled up into here, this could be annoying. But it's just freeze dry going to... yeah, okay. It is going to Mimikyu. Yeah, that's actually really annoying, but oh well. That's the risk I run by running Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately. And it is Max Steel Spike, yeah. I think we probably survive that if the burn connects there. So that's kind of irritating, but oh well. Once again, though, the goal still is just to knock out Lapras. So I guess Haxorus could be in the back for my opponent, which actually would be kind of annoying. I'm gonna bring out Duraludon. And we're just gonna Will-O-Wisp the Mudsdale again. Hopefully this connects. If this actually misses, we might. I think we're actually in a pretty bad spot. And I don't think Draco's knocking out anyway, so I think we just Flash Cannon here. Yeah, I think if the burn connected last turn, we'd still have Mimikyu in. It would survive. We can go for another Shadow Claw or Play Rough onto Lapras, and that'll be significantly lower in KO range from anything, pretty much. But once again, missing Will-O-Wisp is something to be expected with this team. Like, you're going to be using it a lot, and obviously it's not going to be connecting every time. But that was not a great spot to miss it one in. That's one turn of Dynamax gone. Yeah, the other thing is if that connects, and we basically waste 2 turns of Dynamax from the Mudsdale. It gets the defense boost, but that doesn't really matter. And oh, we end up missing again. Okay. Oh, Flash Cannon actually gets the KO there. Crits, okay. But I'd rather have not crit and just hit the burn. As I think Max Quick probably just KOs me here. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. So now the problem is we actually need a Dynamax Rotom as it retaliates back with the crit. So 2 crits on, or 2 misses in a row with Rotom, but we still haven't hit 5 for 6 like we did in 2013. I mean, if we just get the burn here, I'm really curious what my opponent's last one is actually. We have knocked out the biggest threat to Gastrodon. Is this Haxorus? Okay. With Mold Breaker, obviously. It actually might be better to burn Haxorus here then. Let's see. Yeah, I think burning Haxorus is better, because Gastrodon will win easily in the 1v1 against Mudsdale. So let's Will-O-Wisp, Dynamax, and go for Max Quake. Yeah, I think if we hit either of those burns, the game is just definitely over. I think we're still honestly not even in a terrible spot, but unfortunately, yeah, the misses happened. But what can you do? I'm still content with how I played this. I think the Pokemon choices were fine, and I think the matchup was good in my favor. So sometimes there's just not much you can do. But still not over. Let's see if this Will-O-Wisp connects. Okay. Honestly, I was like, I feel like we deserve to miss this. It's just one of those games where I feel like it was happening. Okay. So he's gonna Stomping Tantrum less. I think we survived that after the burn. Oh, easily. Yeah. My question now is whether I'll be able to survive if for example, the Haxorus, or sorry, the Mudsdale's targeting Rotom as well. If it has like Max Knuckle, that actually could be really annoying. Let's see. Nope, just Max Quaking. Okay, I think we win this then. Oh, that actually did a ton of damage, jeez. Are you serious, dude? Give me a break. Oh man, I guess I crit the Lapras, so well, who am I to say? Fun game, fun game. It's funny because even with all that, I actually still feel like we're in an okay spot. Especially if we hit this Will-O-Wisp against Mudsdale, we're actually totally alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna Max Quick and go for Will-O-Wisp on Mudsdale. You can see how good Gastrodon is with burns, basically. You burn the physical type attackers, Dynamax, and then you get like 1 or 2 Max Quake boosts off, and suddenly like nothing is doing enough damage to you, and you can just heal everything back up. Will-O-Wisp finally connects. Okay, nice. So we're 2 for 4 in hitting them, but now both physical type attackers are burnt. He's just gonna Stomping Tantrum. That's fine. Okay. I think maybe Max Quake plus Burn here knocks out the Haxorus, and then we should just win 1v1 against the Mudsdale. So even with all of the shenanigans that have happened, it's still possible to win this one. It doesn't look like that will get the KO, unfortunately. Okay. So we need to avoid getting crit even more now. But that was promising. It might actually just be worth it to Max Guard this turn. Actually, setting up the rain wouldn't be bad either. Or actually, I mean, it is my last turn of Dynamax, correct? So Basically, I want to max guard here and then just click recover the following turn. Although I guess we still lose to Haxorus critting us. But do I really need to set up the rain? No, because I think I'll win against Mudsdale 1v1 anyway. So here, if I attack and like both, like it gives my opponent 2 chances to crit basically. Haxorus will hang on with a little bit after the burn damage, I think, but yeah, I'm just gonna max guard here. And then click recover a bunch. Is that choiced? Haxorus? Because he's still stomping tantruming. Is that damage output actually increased now because I guarded? If so, I might have just misplayed that. I think it's Scarf Haxorus though. Alright, we're just gonna click recover. If we don't get crit here, I think by Haxorus this turn, I think we win. Unless stomping actually gets the KO, I don't think it should though. Given how much it did to Rotom. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Nice. No crit. Gastrodon's a beast, man! It is so good. It's been the main win con in both of our last games. Yeah, even if high horsepower crits here now, we're fine. And it doesn't. Perfect. Yeah, and now with no recovery on Mudsdale, we'll just be able to recover, protect, scald, and get the KO onto Mudsdale. So, yeah. Both games today featuring Mudsdale, but you can see why Gastrodon is so good. I love Gastrodon right now, honestly. It's crazy good. Especially with this team, because this team has so many Will-O-Wisp users, so you can just like have so many endgames where Gastrodon just sweeps through. So yeah, now we'll just recover. It's probably better to actually alternate between recover and protect, just to stall out more PP. But even if high horsepower crits, like I mentioned at this point, we're good. Yeah. Maybe it's actually more worth it to first go for Earth Power, to go for... I actually totally forgot Light Screen was even up. Go for Earth Power to go for special defense drops, and then go for Scald. It just shouldn't matter, honestly, at this point, though. Mudsdale's just not winning the 1v1 here. Yeah, my opponent recognizes that, so... Today's really Gastrodon versus Mudsdale, the battle of the ground types, and it's worked out so far, so... Good game there. Well, we got a rematch from the other day, and yeah, Haxorus is really scary, but I think that one time I got destroyed by Haxorus was because they had Haxorus and the Aromatisse as well, and the Aromatisse literally countered everything that I had on this team, which was scary, so... almost back into the top 100 now, which is exciting. We'll play one more today, too. Otherwise, yeah, that was fun. I think my team just had a really good matchup in both of the last games, I think, which is why... I don't know, I mean, when designing the team, I wanted to have optimal matchups up against a lot of the things that were popular. Although it's not like what we ran into just now was that popular, but I think my opponent just didn't have a great answer against the Mimikyu Rotom lead. Not even sure what I would lead for on my opponent's end. Maybe an early Lapras, but that's still scary because Thunderbolt will probably two-shot the Lapras if you don't get Light Screen up. You have to worry about Rotom potentially Dynamaxing as well, and Lapras is basically the only win con against Gastrodon, so yeah, I don't know. Definitely a tough matchup for my opponent. Okay, third game of the day. Let's see what we're up against. Oh boy. I actually hate going up against Son. I think this could be really bad for us. This might be a Trick Room game. Yeah, maybe I lead Rotom Mimikyu? So the idea behind this is my opponent leads Charizard, and it's no bulk Charizard. Modest Scarf T-Bolt actually just knocks out Charizard. Rotom Mimikyu. I really hate this matchup. I guess Gastrodon. Because if I Dynamax, then I can go for Max Geyser, which will give us the rain. Like, Weezing is actually kind of tempting. It's really not that great. I mean, Duraludon hits everything for really hard. I just need to support it properly. Because it will get nuked by either Charizard or Ninetales, but maybe that's still the right call. Arcanine would only be good to I guess, I mean, it can intimidate the Darmanitan as well, but yeah, I think some of the Pokemon I don't have great matchups against are like those Pokemon in like the above base 96 speed, meaning Mimikyu doesn't outspeed, so Charizard. Hydreigon is to an extent, although Hydreigon is easier to go up against because we have Double Fairy. I guess what I'm worried about is Charizard Ninetales lead, and then you Dynamax Charizard immediately. So maybe, I might have to Dynamax Rotom turn 1. Okay, there's the lead I didn't want to see. Now the question is, does my opponent Dynamax Charizard? You know what I can actually do here that I think is totally okay? I think we can just Thunderbolt Charizard and Trick Room. Reason being, if you don't Dynamax Charizard, Thunderbolt will just knock you out. If you do, you have to either double up into Mimikyu to deny the Trick Room, or you maybe just max Overgrowth my Rotom, which would give me a free switch in into Gastrodon. So I actually think this is alright. Otherwise, yeah, you maybe Heat Wave with Ninetales and Max Flare onto... Oh, it's Scarf Ninetales. Okay, but Charizard didn't Dynamax, so if it's not invested in bulk, Thunderbolt should just get the KO here. And let's see if it does. I was worried about, like, Wakamberry or Wackaberry. Nice! Let's go! That's why you're on Scarf Rotom. Nice. Sick. And Trick Room goes up. Beautiful. Well, that is the pretty much best case scenario, I would say. Charizard Dynamax there, things could have gotten uglier. Although, even if Charizard Dynamax is there, I just bring in Gastrodon and then Max Quake the Ninetales and Thunderbolt Charizard, and T-Bolt should still be a 2-hit KO on Dynamax Charizard. As Whimsicott comes out. Okay, that's fine. It might Encore me, so I think I'm probably going to want to switch out here into Gastrodon. Do I even need a Dynamax Gastrodon this game? I don't think so, actually. I think I can afford to get away with Dynamaxing Mimikyu. Yeah. And let's see. Ninetales might stay in here. You might Encore Mimikyu and then stay in. So let's just Dynamax here and go for the double up. I could get Energy Balled into Rotom, I suppose. Maybe we still target Whimsicott? Yeah, because Gastrodon will win 1v1 against Ninetales. And it stays in. Okay. I'm guessing Encore. If it is Encore coming out, then Dynamax in here ignores it. Maybe I could have switched out into Gastrodon, I don't know. I'm just expecting Encore to come out, which is why I'm Dynamaxing here. And I think we probably survive Heat Wave now that we've Dynamaxed. Oh, no Encore came out, that's bad. But it's not Sash Mimikyu, what? Well, I guess, well, Ninetales isn't sashed either. Huh. Okay, did not expect that, but I think that should just be game. Because I think what my opponent was probably going for was Energy Ball Heat Wave. I'm not sure if single target Heat Wave knocks out Mimikyu in Sun. I feel like it probably does. Oh, actually no, it wouldn't have come close, never mind. So we were fine there regardless, even if Energy Ball came out. Maybe Mimikyu was going for a Trick Room of its own, because it can carry Trick Room as Darmanitan comes in. Okay. Shiny Darmanitan. I've played so many Darmanitans the last couple days. Yeah, let's just get the guaranteed knockout here onto Ninetales. And then Duraludon should just win against Darmanitan. Yeah, my opponent isn't forfeiting, so really fast third game there. I don't think I'll probably play a fourth one here today, but yeah, I feel like I found my stride with this team recently, which definitely feels good. Some fun games for sure. I feel like we've had really optimal matchups for the most part, which it makes me happy because I feel like this team was designed to have optimal matchups, so if I don't have optimal matchups, then I feel like I didn't do a great job in constructing it, because it was kind of meant to counter a lot of the popular things on the ladder. But definitely some interesting games today. I wonder if that puts us in the top 100. I feel like we're probably still right below it, but just curious. Either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like. And yeah, I'm excited to just play a couple more episodes with this team. Yeah, that's still, no, does not put us in the top 100, but maybe we'll try to make it in the next episode. Either way, though, yeah, super fun team, and we'll see what other teams we run into in the next couple of days. So, as always, leave a like if you enjoyed. Go answer that question of the day if you have not yet, and I will see you guys soon. All right, peace.